Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of our Football Manager Road to Glory save here with York City, the save where we take York from the Vanarama Conference North all the way to the Premier League and beyond. In today's episode we've got a game against Sheffield Wednesday in the league and Cardiff respectively. I'll take you through how we've been doing off camera as well. So where we last left off was the Blackburn game, the first game of the season. A really nice 3-0 victory that one was. We continued with our form surprisingly. I'm not sure about my predictions with this league now. I really don't know. It could be almost anything. I think we're mid-table to sort of playoff spot kind of level, but who knows? We really could be pushing for promotion. I just don't know with this team. It's quite strange, really. So we beat Nottingham Forest 3-1. Kenny Berry, Gary Ross, and Teddy Jenks all scoring there. Those three are just, they are really good. I would love, I'm going to keep saying this, you'll get sick of me saying this through the season, I'd love to get West and Boxall in on permanence. And we should, so Berry with a goal there, I'm glad we got him, 750k, what a buy he's going to be. Wigget continues to make his mistakes despite all the media saying he's our best player and York pin hopes on Wigget and stuff like that. I'm just not sure about him at all. Talbot's done okay, but he's a bit error prone, so our defence really needs to be looked into, but I'm not going to get any more loans in. That's it. Jenks with a beautiful goal there. Not going to get any more loans in. That's it for loans. So I think we're pretty much done. I mean, I'm sending the scouts out again. I'm going this time. I'm going for like Slovakia, Slovenia, Croatia, all those kind of leagues. So expect to see some prospects from those countries coming in soon. Against Leeds, it was 3-2. Marcel Lewis, Gary Ross and Berry again. Berry being superb. Greenwood, I really like Greenwood. He's he's one of those players who's just so versatile and really useful to have on the bench, if you know what I mean. It's always nice to look at your bench and think, I've got an injury, I've got a yellow, and I can always bring Sam Greenwood on there. Terry Wallace as well. I think he is going to be an incredible player for us. I really do. He's 18. His value is going up and up and up. I think he was a really shrewd bit of business. I knew as soon as I saw AC Milan and Napoli and those type of teams going for him that we would get him in. Against QPR, it was a bit of a rough one, this one. I'm not quite sure what happened to us. Wigget, again, just making mistakes. He scored, but Ercolani, I think, is... I don't think this is his level. I think he's a League 1, League 2 centre-back is Ercolani. Manning scoring a penalty there. That was from an Ercolani mistake. And this Zubek guy. I think, by the way, in terms of the Brexit that we got, I think we got quite a good one. It seems that I can bring in anyone I want to. We'll see when we get to the Prem if it has any effect on us. I've seen much harder ones recently and other people's saves though. So I think it's good on that front. I can get all my Brazilian and Slovakian and Slovenian and Croatian wonder kids in the door, I think. Brentford was a stupendous result. It really was. 5-1. This is what really made me sort of sit up and take notice and think, okay, maybe promotion is not out of the realms of complete impossibility. I mean, I think it would be a bit dangerous, if I'm honest, for us to go up. We need a lot of work on us. But, like I say, if we could get those loan signings that we've got in on full permanent deals, I'd be much happier with that. We're always weak from set pieces, though. I feel I need to get that into our training regime. You know, I'm working on set pieces, free kicks, that kind of side of things. And Mills scoring. Mills, by the way, had a 12 or 15 million pound offer from West Ham, it was, and he started to have a bit of a fuss, but I had a word with him. I said, look, mate, stay with us for a season or two, and we will be pushing for the promotion spots. I think certainly within a season or two we'll be pushing. I'll be very disappointed with myself if we're not. So we've got Sheffield Wednesday coming up. There's the international breaks, and then we got Cardiff. So I will see you in the dressing room for the Sheffield Wednesday match shortly. Okay then, so here we are at the day of the game itself. During the off week there, during the build up, 3 offers came in for Dale Mills from Everton, Spurs, and I think Arsenal may have bid, maybe not yet, but they're around the 12-15 million pound mark. I'm just not going to sell him for that amount of money. If we do have to sell, I'll sell him in the summer, and I'll sell him for 30 or 40 mil, and we'll do a complete build of the squad for a push to the Prem. But I don't want to sell him. I really, really don't. He is the future of our club. He could even be the now. In fact, let's just play him and see how he does there. So we're going with Ross, West, Mills, Berry, Boxall, Jenks, Davis, Talbot, Wigget, and Macy, and then Slicker in defence. Mundell has been really good. I might play him. I'll bring him on, I think. I'm not going to have Kalani on the bench. There's absolutely no point in that. I don't think he's going to get a game this season, if I'm really brutally honest. I'd like to play Lucas. I think Lucas here is a player we picked up a couple of seasons ago, if you remember, on a free. Just one of those random Nugents that appears on your scout reports. I think he could be good, you know. I think he could be decent. But we will see what the future holds. But anyway, let's... actually, no, we're going to play Jake Kane here. I like having that versatility on the bench. We've got Sam Greenwood who can play in those wide positions. So let's go to the dressing room and give the team talk and crack on with the game. So here we are then in the dressing room. Hand over to assistant. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. And I have faith in you. What you guys are going to need to look out for is Charlie Wigget and his mistakes. Macy is really, really attacking. I've seen him score a goal or two. Jenks, I think, has been tremendous. We'll want to keep an eye out on Dale Mills, and if Gary Ross isn't performing, we've got the kid Terry Wallace on the bench there. So we are in a really good position, I think. Let's play the match and see what we can do here. York versus Sheffield Wednesday here at the Community Stadium. We are. I'm getting messages as well, constantly in the inbox about how we're filling out the stadium and how we should really be thinking about doing an extension, a stadium expansion for the Prem. But I'm holding out. I'm going to request at some point for a completely new stadium, and I don't know if asking for like an extension stops that from happening, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we'll try that in the off week. Slicker picks up the ball. I'm going to keep it on this fast mode because we've got 2 games to get through today. Berry, been brilliant, Berry. I'm glad we picked him up. Macy, I told you he was attacking. He is more like a winger. And then Jenks. Is that Jenks or Ross? It's an own goal, whatever. We score 1-0 to York. So I do wonder if we are worthy of a playoff spot. It would be a tremendous result. I mean, as I say, my record in the playoffs are terrible, but if we're not expected to go up and not expecting to go up, you know, if we get a playoff spot, well, why not just go for it, you know? Why not just play our normal way, keep attacking? Mills with a free kick. He is lethal from these. Oh, he hits the side netting there. Yeah, Dale Mills is an interesting one. I think he's like he's certainly already playing for the Northern Ireland squad. He got selected for the Northern Ireland squad, so he's a full international. I think he really could be. Oh, Kenny Berry's got a knock there. We'll leave it till half time and we'll bring Sam Greenwood on for him. That's what I mean about Greenwood. It is really useful knowing you can have a player you can rely on, rely upon if there is an injury in any of the forward positions. Hand over to assistant. Let's go to tactics. So let's bring on Sam Greenwood here, right, and we can play him as a inside forward on attack. Really, really handy to have a player like that. Much the same with Kane, actually. He can play box to box or deep line playmaker. Davis. Dawson picks up. So we're not seeing too many of those mistakes that I mentioned as yet, touch wood. Ross with a goal there. Lovely goal from Ross. Superb build-up from York. I think that was Greenwood with the assist there from what I see. Let's have a look at the replay here. Mills picks it up. Boxall flicks it around to Jenks. Jenks been absolutely tremendous. So glad we managed to get him on a permanent. I want all these players, like particularly West and Boxall. I want them. I really do. I want them in the team on full-term contracts. I think once we get those, we really can begin to think about pushing for the Prem. Let's make a change here. We're starting to pick up a load of yellow cards. We are that kind of team. I wouldn't describe us as dirty, but we do pick up a load of cards. Do I want Mundell? No, I think it's going to be a bit too tricky to get Mundell. And then Joseph as well. Now let's just keep as is. I think the last change I'll make is probably going to be Lewis for Mills. But I might keep Mills on, play to the 79th and then bring Wallace on. It is nice having a lot of options on the bench, like I say, that you know you can rely on. You know they're going to be solid for you, whatever. We are recording, yes we are, superb stuff. So it's a corner to us. Mills playing it in. Jenks back to Kane. Kane with a shot. Ross with a rebound effort. 8th goal of the season for Gary Ross. Superb from York. York 3, Sheffield Wednesday 1-0. This tactic is really attacking. Really good. You know, I said right at the start of the save that I've never had much joy from this shadow striker. This advanced playmaker, attacking midfielder in this version of FM. Well, with this shadow striker tactic that I've created, it works. It just seems to work really nicely with that. Let's bring Lewis on for Millie, and we can confirm the sub and just play from here. So that should be that. Lewis with a free kick. Ross with another goal. It's a disallowed. Unlucky there, Ross. But like I say, I mean, I am very surprised and delighted with our form. I'm not so much surprised. I knew we would have enough to avoid the relegation. I thought maybe we would be a mid-table side, you know, a promotion candidate, promotion playoff spot candidate. So that finishes York 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0. But I didn't for the life of me think we'd be, you know, in the automatic promotion spots. I think if we have a run of injuries like we did last season, then that could you know, hamper us very badly. But the players are all in great spirits. Let's crack on now. I've got a lot of game to play because of the international break. In the off week as well, I'm going to ask if I can get a stadium expansion from the board. I'll let you know what happens in the next game. Okay, everyone, here we are on the day of the game itself. Cardiff City away from home. They're 21st in the league. During that long international break there was a big old dressing room bust up. Charlie Wigget led it. He was demanding more game. I don't know what he's demanding, actually. He's just unhappy with me. He wanted to be sold, didn't he, in the summer, and I refused it. He signed a new contract. He's staying right where he is, and everybody else in the dressing room agreed with him. So hate it when that happens. You hate to see it. Charlie Wigget, I have your number there, mate. I'm going to use you as much as I can this season. I may even sell you in the January if we can get, you know, a decent enough offer for him. So it's wanting Divine there. The other players who were unhappy was Xavier Simmons. I hate it when players do that, and Tal's just gone out on loan as well. It's really annoyed me. I'm thinking of dropping Wigget altogether, and I think what I'll do is I will try Joseph at centre back. I'm going to put Jake Kane in we'll keep Boxall. Leif Davis is starting to get angry as well. He wants more game time. I'm not sure he's going to get it with Reece Devine there as well. And let's have a look. Have we got so interesting times here at York. I mean, if we do get out of this league, there's going to be a reckoning with Wigget, I think. I've had enough of his antics. I've had enough of his mistakes more than anything as well. I mean, I may well sell him in the January. We will see. But enough of that. On to today's game. York versus Cardiff. Looking to see a good performance here from the lads, despite the upset in the dressing room. Egan Riley's getting a run out. Boxall. Berry. Oh, lovely goal from Kenny Berry. 4th goal of the season. So glad I decided to pull the trigger on him. 750k is not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. And I think, I dread to think how much I would charge for him if somebody came in for him next season. It would be a lot, let me tell you. We are recording. Yes, we are. So 1-0 to York versus Cardiff. We're still doing well in the league. 1-6, drawn 0, lost 2. 18 points there. Not so much of a gap opening up, but Mills playing it in. Jenks picks up. Talbot. I do like Talbot. I think he is going to be the future for us. And if him and Joseph can form a good partnership at the back, disallowed, that could be problem solved, and then we can sell on Wigget. I mean, he is our club captain. That's why I was reluctant to sell him, even though we had a couple of £2-3 million offer for him in the summer. I didn't want to sell him because of that. I thought it would unstabilise the atmosphere, And also, he's a young player as well. Plenty of time to grow out of his mistakes. Berry. But we will see what the future holds for Charlie Wigget. He's disappointed me a lot. It used to be, as soon as anybody, the way I used to play it was as soon as anybody had a temper tantrum, I would just put them straight on the transfer market. But I've grown up a bit since then. Because I realise it's not the players, it's just coded into the game. If you promise them certain game time and don't give them the game time, then in fairness, they've got every right to be angry. That was a little bit awkward there from Slicker. But I'm still happy, with how things are going in general. I just don't like those dressing room bust-ups, where the whole team agrees with your player, rather than you, who's the manager after all. Talbot, Boxall, Jenks, Berry, Egan Riley, Boxall. Oh, he does need to add more goals to his game, Boxall. He's not really particularly dynamic in that sense. He doesn't sort of charge forward. I mean, I know he's on support. He's on a support duty. Kaleri, he's on a support duty in this tactic, so he's not really supposed to, bomb forward or anything. Jenks, more than anyone, is supposed to do that out of the two. But yeah, lots to ponder, lots to think on. But generally speaking, I'm still very happy. Mills cutting down his opponent there. They've got an injury there to Barnaby. And because our squad is so big as well, we are going to have players who get upset with lack of game time. Was that West or Mills? Dale Mills with his 2nd goal of the season. Lovely. I'd love him to get completely familiar with that shadow striker role. We've been playing him or training him as a shadow striker for ages. I have noticed this FM, as opposed to the last couple of FMs, something that they've sorted is the player positioning, the training. It does seem to go a lot quicker than it used to. You never used to be able to retrain a player. But yeah, I'm still pleased. But there is a lot to think on this season in terms of how we're going to push on with the season. I mean, I'm going to do my usual chunk when this Cardiff game is over. Ross with a free kick. I thought Mills was on free kicks. I'd have preferred that. Joseph, is that John Joseph with his first goal? It is John Joseph with his first goal. I do think he is a centre back more than a wing back, certainly. But it does give us the option, if we have to sell Leif Davis, if he does kick up a fuss, and we have to sell him, then we do have an option of a backup, and a good option at that, who can play centre back as well. Smithies with the clearance. He was a player I always used to go for when I was doing a sort of championship level save. And Kaleri scores. So Cardiff 2, York 3. We are shaky at the back defensively. But I've come to terms with that, because the way I do things is with this youngster approach, and I do think that the experience in defence specifically, it's all right having young strikers and young wingers, but the experience in defence is quite important. So what are we going to do here? Going to bring Greenwood on? No, we're going to bring Wallace on for Ross, who's not done that much. He played okay, 6.9, and Jake Kane is coming on for Boxall there. I like Jake Kane. I'm quite glad that he's stopped his whinging, stopped his moaning that he was doing last season. I mean, maybe that's yet to come this season. Davis, Joseph, Kane, back to Slicker, away from Slicker. I always get a little bit nervous because our defensive unit and our goalie aren't exactly the best in the world. We did pick them up for free, If we can somehow, by hook or by crook, get out of this league, goodness me, the amount of money. I did ask, by the way, for a stadium. No, I didn't even ask. There wasn't even the option to ask for a new stadium. Did ask for a training facility upgrade. I know we had that planned over the summer, but they pulled the plug on that. There is still something very peculiar going on with our finances here. Every year, the chairman, the underwriter, the sugar daddy underwriter, puts in like 1.7 million or 1.8 million for club running costs, and it just makes me wonder what those running costs actually are, because I think I'm pretty good in the transfer. Apart from this season, we've been making money, millions of pounds here and there from player sales. So I like to think I am pretty good in getting the club into a good position. I mean, this season was a bit of an exception, to be fair, because we just made it to the Prem, and I wanted to ensure that we didn't go down this season. Okay, so what do we want here? I'd like to see Hawkins. I wonder if we can do this and put Hawkins out on the wing, because that's what he can do. I mean, I saw it in the friendlies where he came in off the wing and scored a couple, so I know he's capable of doing that. In terms of my scouting, by the way, scouting a lot now at the moment, getting my prep done either for the January or the summer, next summer. Lots and lots of really good-looking youngsters from the foreign leagues. We've been focusing mainly on British, UK talent. I think we've got a good, solid core now of UK. So that finished 3-2. That was a little bit, not sure, I'm not convinced with that result, but we'll take the win and we'll move on now. So in this league, obviously, all of the games look appealing to cover for us, to be fair. I mean, I'd happily show you any of these if I'm really honest, but I think one that does jump out to me is Southampton and Brighton. Brighton for our our treatment of them in the summer, and Southampton because they're a big side, in this league. I think they've only recently got relegated. Let's have a look at this. So they got relegated last season. Relegated last season into this league. So a big side in this division. So let's come back to you then. We'll play all these games now offline, and we'll come back to you in the Southampton-Brighton game for the next episode. So there we have it, everybody. The Championship season is well and truly underway. I think we're doing well. I think we're sort of a promotion candidate in the promotion spots rather than in the playoff spots rather than an automatic promotion candidate, but we will see. If you have enjoyed that episode, please leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. Let me know how you think I'm doing, if you'd like me to do any changes in the coverage. If you are new, please subscribe as well. It really would help me out, would mean the world to me to reach 75 subscribers for this month. That would be absolutely unbelievable. I do hope you have a really lovely rest of your day, everyone.